Hello, welcome back. We're going to go into the woods today and see what we can find. On a more serious note, we're going to go into the woods that have grown around what used to be RAF Speke. Hiding in these woods are some of the remains from the airfield of World War II. We should come across various buildings, and in particular what seems to be a very unique building. We will come across that later on. The first scheduled flights from Liverpool Speke Airport were in 1930 to Manchester and London, although the official opening wasn't until 1933. The tower that you see here was built in 1937, and the main building is now a hotel. As early as 1936, the commercial side of the airport became shared with the military when 611 Squadron moved in, and their side of the airport became known as RAF Speke. So, like I say, let's go into these woods and see what we can find. Speke was witness to the fastest ever air-to-air combat kill of World War II, and possibly even of all time. On the 8th of October 1940, a Czech 312 Squadron Hawker Hurricane took off from Speke. Flight Lieutenant Dennis Gillam was immediately confronted by a Junkers 88. He shot the Schnellbomber down even before his undercarriage had fully retracted. The event was captured in a painting by Robert Taylor called The Fastest Victory. Here's an interesting little pillbox made out of concrete, obviously. If you go down the steps, it's got the usual rubbish there, but we'll go down, have a look inside. On this box here, can get past the rubbish. On this here is where they would have had the guns. They would have been mounted on there. All the rubbish on the floor, as you would imagine. Here's the entrance that the gun would have fired out of, if it did ever fire. So on we go. The next building is one of a few found in various parts of the country. It's basically just an open fronted enclosure. This building here is what we used to call a shooting in boot. Shooting in. It's obviously overgrown now. But it's amazing that it's still here, really. But this is the side of a shooting in book. Just see the front there to the left. There's a little building at the side there. They would shoot in here with the planes, not only for practice but also to get the calibration of the guns. All this back here is solid metal. It is solid, yeah, but they also used to put either lumps of soil or sandbags in front of it where they used to shoot. The planes would line up in front of it on what was often called the frying pan, which basically was just solid ground shaped like one. Not all shooting in boats were of solid construction. There are some in other parts of the country that are just big mounds of earth that they would shoot into. Here's some evidence of the bullets that would miss the shooting in boat and go into the wall here, gone into the end. Because we can't get a good overall view of the front, I thought I'd do a little sketch just to show what I think it would have looked like. Directly on the other side of the River Mersey from Speke was RAF Hooton Park. It was there that I found this other shooting in boat, which gives us a chance to compare the two. Hooton Park was previously a racecourse, but was requisitioned in 1914 for training purposes during World War I. It became an aerodrome in 1917. In 1930 it became Liverpool's official airport, but this was only for 3 years as Speke took over in 1933. So if we compare the two shooting in boats, they are very similar, but Speke having a wider shooting in area. There's a couple of bullet holes there, not as many as there is at Speke. And final shot of the other side. This little building here is just a square with an entrance there that somebody's blocked up. It used to have a mesh roof. You can see all the mesh tied there. Most of it now is down here in the entrance. The mesh would have been tied on with these brackets. And I'm guessing that were maybe covered with some sort of tarpaulin. This looks like it was a switchgear enclosure. It's still got some remnants of the equipment in there. Switchgear was used for controlling, protecting or isolating power systems. Must say, it did seem quite eerie at times walking through here, thinking about what might have gone on in this place all those years ago.
Hello, skipper. Hello, navigator. Half a minute to go. Okay. Hello, engineer. Skipper here. Where is the rear gunner? Can you see him? Down! 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 He's come down. Can you shoot him down? Yeah, he's got him, boy. Running him down.
This is very interesting. Down these steps into the dark. What we've got here is like a corridor which was called section post. Goes right along here, taking care not to fall over the tyres, and then into what is actually the pillbox right at the end here. Anyone who was based in here would be able to hear the nightly bombing raids on Liverpool city centre. It's actually a unique design, the pillbox at the end here, and then the section post going over to that side. And then you've got the slots for what was probably rifles. The slots are actually called loopholes. As you see with this one here, you would have been able to see out of there. That's the side where the airport was. The runway was actually not that far away from this side. I don't know whether any guns were ever fired in anger from these, but you can see where the guns would have been out. Ceiling is obviously concrete, reinforced. But then when you go to the corner around here, we've got a slightly different one. And it's said that this was probably for a light machine gun. You see how they're cut out in the bottom corner there? I'll show you from outside. You can see there the cutout, as I showed you from inside there. Now that's on the corner. back the other way. Now there are some other buildings, including this one, which may or may not have been a toilet block. I'm not quite sure. It does resemble a toilet block, but there's no definite fittings. If anyone knows, please drop a line in the comments. And I'm going to leave this one here and say thanks very much for watching. And I'll leave you with some shots of some old runway. If you've enjoyed this, please like, share and subscribe.